Well, as we know, folks, for years, the Democrats have been targeting Donald Trump and his taxes. And now, in an unprecedented move, the Democrats on the House Ways and Means Committee finally got their ways and means. The committee voted to release several years worth of Donald Trump's tax records. And of course, they voted along party lines and did not clarify when and how they would release them. Folks, this is just another example of the left wing weaponizing government to take down their political opposition. Meanwhile, they'll ignore how Nancy Pelosi and the Biden family amassed significant wealth while in public office. This is a two-tiered justice system, and sadly, it's been like that for quite a while. Joining me now, former attorney for Donald Trump and former mayor of New York City, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Rudy Giuliani. Mr. Mayor, we'll start with the taxes very quick. What grounds did they say that they can release a private citizen's tax reports? How in the world can they get away with that?
Because they're completely lawless. Eric, you know that. I mean, what they've done to the Constitution in the last 5 years, I'm talking about the Democrats, is probably more destruction than ever has been done to it, even during wartime by Lincoln and Roosevelt, who had to do it. I mean, this is ridiculous. There's no reason under the sun to release it. Look, they've been investigating his tax returns for 20 years, IRS audits, 5 years of investigations. They can't find anything illegal about them. Now, did he take the breaks and the interpretations that are allowed by law? Yes, he did. If he didn't, he'd be too stupid to be our president.
Right.
I mean, I know the man for 32 years. I happen to know, and this is the tragedy of it, he happens to be very careful about not violating the law, unlike our president, who's probably the biggest lawbreaker ever to sit in the White House. Donald Trump was always very careful to do it by the book.
Nowhere in the history of mankind has someone said, I want to pay more taxes, so I'm going to try and pay more tax. Of course, you use the tax code to your advantage. It doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, black, white, LGBTQ, whatever. But for some reason, if it's Donald Trump, everything's wrong, no matter what the guy does.
And even the people who are advocating paying higher taxes, they could do it voluntarily if they wanted to.
Yeah, that's true. Mr. Mayor, can we talk about the other elephant in the room? I want to talk about this criminal referral that the January 6th, as Trump said, unselect committee voted. I mean, can we just talk about this for a second? This is a sham trial. There is nothing legal about what went on with this Jan 6 committee. It's not. There was no evidence, legal evidence gathering. There's no cross-examination. Why in the world would a Department of Justice pick up any of these recommendations that we see 3 conspiracy and 1 obstruction of justice charges against it? Why would they even touch this?
Only because they're not really a Department of Justice, and they're just as partisan and lawless as the committee. I mean, the reality is, think about it. They're charging him with some kind of conspiracy to conduct an insurrection. They've charged 90 people. Not a single person has been charged with insurrection. He's not a co-conspirator in any of the 90 indictments that have been filed. The FBI put out a leak several months ago that there's absolutely no evidence of a plan here. They can't find any evidence of a plan. How could there be a conspiracy without a plan? They didn't have any guns. That's an insurrection? I mean, if this was an insurrection, it was, the gang that couldn't shoot straight. Plus, they didn't shoot anybody.
Mr. Mayor.
Cops did the shooting.
Mr. Mayor, what's more voracious? What holds more water in the legal community, the January 6th committee or Judge Judy?
The January 6th committee, only because we have a bunch of left-wing, silly non-lawyers who make up the bar associations, should be condemned. It's McCarthyism times 10. When Joe McCarthy did a 10th of this, he was basically shunned by the Senate and largely thrown out. This committee has done so much damage. Look, they mentioned me twice yesterday. Both of the things they mentioned me about are totally false. and I testified for 7 hours, and they never used any of my testimony. Second, I've been cleared of their charges by a federal judge. Their election-denying chairman sued me and Donald Trump Jr. for being involved in January 6th, in helping to create it, bring it about, and incite it. A federal judge threw it out at the earliest possible moment with a 2-page opinion saying there wasn't a single piece of plausible evidence against me, and pointing out that what they were doing was pursuing my constitutional rights and trampling them. Now, did they mention that yesterday? And by the way, the judge was appointed by President Obama, just in case. I mean, so don't tell me.
Well, there was no conservative or GOP representative throughout this whole sham mock trial that they're playing around with. Mr. Mayor, Rudy Giuliani, really good having you on. I appreciate your time, sir.
Merry Christmas.